everyone. Okay, so today I'm going to do an everyday makeup look for you guys. I've had quite a few requests to do this over the last couple of weeks. I haven't actually put a video up in about a week, so I'm sorry for that, but I'm kind of back now. It was just the last week of uni and then moving home, getting everything home, so I'm back home now for a month. So I should be doing quite a few videos, hopefully going to get about 2 a week up. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it, and we'll get started now. Okay, so all my makeup that I use every day fits into this little clear bag. This is from the Laura Mercier Flawless Face Kit that I did a review of a little while ago. It's kind of useful because you can see where everything is in your makeup bag, whatever. But yeah, so it all fits in there, so it's kind of like compact and I can take it wherever I want. Okay, so the first thing I do is I take some of Gosh's foundation primer. And I usually use like nearly a whole pump of this. But not quite a whole one because I find it's quite greasy sometimes if you do use a whole pump. And I just rub it between my fingers and then distribute it across my face. I usually concentrate on the areas I'm going to put the most concealer because I find it makes the most difference in terms of how your concealer applies, and it just helps it apply really smoothly. So after that I take Benefit's concealer in Boing, which actually is in the Big Beautiful Eyes palette here, and I just put it on with my fingers. Just in any areas where I have discoloration. So usually around my nose, on my nose, and then under my eyes. Okay, so next I apply my foundation, which is MAC Studio Sculpt in NW25. And you only need a tiny bit of this, it goes quite far. So I take my 189 brush and I just stipple it in my foundation. I don't use much foundation, by the way, about that much. Stipple it into my foundation and then just onto my face. Make sure I get an even distribution. Move my hair out of the way. And then make sure I get along my jawbone as well so you don't get any lines. And then I just blend it in. If you guys haven't tried this brush for foundation yet and you have it, most people that have it will have tried it for foundation, I'm sure, but it honestly is my favourite brush to use for foundation ever. It just gives you a really, really flawless finish. And it looks quite natural as well. Okay, so when I've done that, I take a 150 brush from MAC and MAC's MSF Natural in medium. And I just set my foundation with that. I don't use a lot of it. I just probably like dip it into the brush like twice or 3 times. And then starting with my cheeks, just blend it all over my face. Like, I find it's better to not use so much product, but buff it in well, and then it really sets your foundation well without leaving that chalky look, you know, really dry skin kind of look to your face. Okay, so once I've done that, I take a bronzer brush, and then I just use Benefit's Hoola bronzer, which I need a new one. There's the front. And I start by just putting some of this into the hollow of my cheek, just to create a slight contour. I mean, it's not proper contouring, but for every day, this is kind of what I just like to do. And then anything that's left over, I just put along my cheekbones, along my nose and forehead, and then to my chin, and then under my chin as well, so again, you don't get any lines. Once I've done that, I apply blusher. The blush I'm going to use today is Pink Swoon from MAC. You can use any you want. I kind of switch them around every couple of days or whatever. And I use a 168 brush from MAC, and I just dip it in a couple of times and just kind of touch it onto my cheek. Okay, so when I've done that, I put Paint Pot from MAC on my eyelids. Today I'm using, I don't know why I just showed you that, I'm using Bare Study, which looks like that. And I apply it using my ring finger. I just get some like that, and then just dab it on really gently. It actually goes on quite opaque, but then when you blend it out, it goes really sheer. It gives like a really nice goldy wash, and I think that's kind of good as a base for every day because it kind of limits the amount of work you need to do with your eyeshadow, whereas if you get a plain base like Urban Decay Primer Potion, then you actually, all the colour that you're looking for is on your eyeshadow, which is good if you're doing something where you want to use eyeshadows for all the colour, but this is kind of good for a quick look. So when you've done that, I take Benefit's Big Beautiful Eyes palette. If you haven't seen or used this before, it's probably one of the best kind of like everyday palettes because you get like the concealer, and then you get a light shimmery pink, a medium brown, and then a dark brown. And I think it's about £15 in the UK. I tend to use this kind of every day, like if I'm travelling or whatever, just because it has a mirror in it as well. So it's kind of like, and the concealer, so it's all in one. It's all in one package. So yeah, what I do then is I take a flat eyeshadow brush. This one is a Sigma 239, and I just take some of that pink and I just put that all over my lid. And then just make sure it's kind of blended in. Other eye. So when that's done, I take a MAC 217 and I take the medium brown. I just take a little bit of that and then I just pop it into the crease and the outer corner. I don't actually use the darkest brown for everyday look, but I find it's quite useful to have in there, because if you are going out you can kind of deepen up the eyeshadow that you have on in the day. Yeah, so if you like carry it around in your bag, it's kind of useful to have on you. So I kind of take it from the outer corner, about a third of the way in, just to blend that colour through as well, and then place it into the crease and blend it out. So once that's done, I take a black eyeliner. This one is Smolder by MAC, which I use all the time. And I take a 266 slanted brush, which most people use for the eyebrows. I actually take eyeliner on them and use them to line my upper lash line, just because I've found it's an easier way to do it without having to pull at your eyes or anything. So I just take that and then just line the upper lash line. I go about halfway along normally. I find it's easier to get kind of like a relaxed, kind of half smudged effect without actually being properly like smoky eye all smudged out. Okay, so once I've done that, I just use the same eyeliner just to do my bottom waterline there. Okay, so when you've done that, just apply a little bit of mascara. I'm using L'Oreal Telescopic today, but I kind of change mascaras on a daily basis, depending on what mood I'm in. I find this one kind of quick to apply, just because it seems to kind of comb out the lashes a bit better. Okay, so after that I just pop a little bit of lip gloss on, or lip balm, depending on where I'm going. Today I'm going to use Barry M's lip gloss in number 2, which is the toffee one, which is really good. A little bit of that on. And that's it, I'm ready. Okay, so that's what I generally do for my makeup most days. If I'm going to uni or whatever, if I'm staying in the house all day, I probably won't wear any makeup, just because it's kind of pointless and a waste of makeup. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Coming up soon is I think a holiday traditions tag I want to do, maybe a holiday wish list, Christmas party look. So yeah, depending on what you guys want to see, I'm going to hopefully film some of those in the next couple of days. I'm sorry I've been away for so long, but I will see you guys soon. Bye!